Hello, everybody, and Happy New Year. Welcome back to the Victoria Marie YouTube channel. I'm Victoria, and I am so glad that you are here joining me in 2023 for our first live stream of the year, if you can believe it. I hope you have or had a wonderful holiday season, winter season, whatever it is you observe, or maybe you're just hanging out and chilling because I know not everybody celebrates the holidays. I'm so glad that you're here with me for another fantastic year of scrapbooking and crafting. And let me turn that down. There we go. Of scrapbooking and paper crafting and doing all the things. I've got so much fun content waiting for you guys that I'm going to be sharing throughout the year. I'm really doubling down this year because I just have a lot of stuff that I want to share with you guys. So welcome. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. Thanks so much for joining me. Before we get started, I want to make sure that you are subscribed to the Victoria Marie YouTube channel. If you've been watching my videos, or maybe this is the first time you've joined me, you want to hit the subscribe button. Click the bell. That way you'll be notified every time I go live and when I post content to this channel, because you're going to want to come back and you want YouTube to let you know that your girl's posting stuff for you. So, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you'll be notified. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. So many familiar names and faces. And we also have some new folks here. So glad you're joining me. I'm going to hang out for just a second and see, let's get some more people to pop on. I've got two announcements to make, are actually reminders, and then we're going to get into today's project. Now, there's a couple of things I do want to share with you. If you didn't know, Victoria Marie YouTube channel will celebrated its 9th birthday. I've been on YouTube for 9 years as of yesterday. So this channel started with just a very small number of subscribers back in 2014. I did it just as an extension of my hobby, and now it's a part of the Victoria Marie brand, thanks to all of you. So I'm going to be sharing something real soon in celebration of the anniversary of Victoria Marie Designs YouTube channel, Victoria Marie Scraps YouTube channel. But you guys are a big part of this. So thank you so much for subscribing, for watching the videos, for sharing the videos. And I hope that you continue to be creatively inspired by what I share here on this channel. So we are 9 years old. We're getting grown. Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me. Who all do we have here today? Industrial Tumbleweed says, hello, everyone, and Happy New Year's. Lots of Happy New Year's from everyone. Hello, Delta and Deb. Paper Bell, hello. So glad that you guys are here. So glad that you're back. I did take a small little break of sorts. This past few weeks have been insane. And majority of that was running my kid back and forth for Nutcracker performances. And then we had family come down and, the whole celebration thing, the holiday stuff. And so the week that I took off was kind of a break, sort of, kind of. And so I figured that you need a week after Christmas to kind of, relax. And so I did that. Hey, Claire. Hey, Gloria. Hello. So glad that you're here. Hello, Valentina. So glad you guys are here. Your resolution is to come here for the live every Wednesday, says Marcy. Well, that's a good resolution. I hope you do, or at least catch it on the replay, because then that still counts too. Hello. Thank you, Gloria, so much. Thank you guys for the well wishes. So lots in store here at the Victoria Marie YouTube channel, but I thought we would kick things off with my annual New Year's layout. If you've been with me for a while, then you know that I like to do, usually around this time of the year, a layout that's dedicated to kind of talking about my hopes and dreams for the upcoming year. I don't make resolutions or anything. I don't do that anymore. I'm just carrying on and just improving and doing the things that I need to do throughout the year. But there are some things that I like to kind of focus on throughout the year. And so I like to make a layout in honor of that, of being very hopeful during the beginning part of the year. Before we get into today's project, I want to share a couple of reminders with you. And I've been sharing this all throughout the week, and I'm going to continue to share it because I want you guys to get in on this. So I'm going to actually switch my screen here. The first reminder that I want to tell you about is the Victoria Marie Online Virtual Crops. The 2023 crops will be starting up this month. I currently have a bundle offer for the crops. You can get all 10 of the Victoria Marie Online Virtual Crops for $99.90. That gets you access to all 10 crops this year. If you're not familiar, I host online virtual crops, and they're hosted in a private Facebook group. We have challenges, prizes, giveaways, live Zoom scrap and chat sessions, and we also do a 45-minute class where I go over some technique based on the theme of the crop. Each month is a different theme. I've included the calendar and all that information right here on this page. Just scroll through and read through everything and grab the bundle. This is a great way to save $3 per crop. If you're not interested in the bundle, all the crops are sold individually for $12.99, and you can grab them whenever you're available. So if you're like, hey, I can join you for the March crop, then you can purchase a March crop then. But if you want to save yourself a little bit of money and grab all the crops for $99.90, save $3 per crop, check out the bundle. The link to more information and to purchase this bundle is in the description. So check that out. We have a lot of people who took advantage of the bundle. That way you can save yourself a little bit. Plus, here's the thing. You have 3 weeks to finish the challenges. All the live Zooms are recorded. So if you can't join us for a particular weekend, that's okay. You have plenty of time to play along with the challenges to be eligible to win prizes. So check it out. The 2023 Victoria Marie Designs Online Virtual Crop Bundle. This offer ends on the 6th, January 6th. So if you've been on the fence about this and you've been wanting to get it, grab it now because it will not be available after the 6th. Also, this is the last year that I'm going to be hosting monthly crops or semi-monthly crops. I'm going to be switching over to a different format in 2024. So take advantage of this, and then I'll be talking about what's going to happen in 2024 as we get a little bit closer there. Okay, so that is one reminder. That's reminder number 1. So get in on that. Reminder number 2, if you are looking to get some of your scrapbook projects done and you need a process by which to do that and some support and accountability, I have the spring cohort of my Project Done 12-week intensive scrapbooking journey online class that is currently open for enrollment. This course is $120 USD. There is a payment plan option, and this class is for those who struggle to get their projects done. What we're going to do in a 12-week period is you're going to pick 1 to 3 projects to focus on. And each week we're going to be focusing on a different project management topic to help you get your projects done. By the end of the 12 weeks, you will have the project done that you say that you want to get done. This is for people who need to kind of light the fire under themselves. Maybe you've got a vacation album you've been trying to get done for the past 3 years. Maybe there's a baby album you've been trying to get done. Maybe there's a stack of layouts that you need to get done. This class, over 200 people have taken this class, and many of those individuals have gotten their projects done. I offered it as a year-long class. In 2023, I'm offering it as a 12-week intensive. So if you are interested in this class, enrollment will end on January 15th. If you click on the link in the description, it will take you here to this page where you can learn all about the class, and you can grab the free preview where you can see some of the introductory content. We start out by setting our goals and our intentions. We plan out our work for the 12-week period, and then we will journey through 12 different topics to help you manage your scrapbooking projects. We also have co-working sessions live on Zoom, and you have live instruction as well as recorded instruction. So lots of things going on in that 12-week intensive. If you are ready to get your projects done, come join us for Project Done, a 12-week intensive scrapbooking journey. Class starts February 1st. The last day to enroll is going to be January 15th. After that, enrollment closes for this cohort. So go ahead and check it out. The link is down in the description. Alrighty, so that's all I have for you by way of announcements. And now we are going to get to what we're going to get to and start creating. I'll sign up for Project Done, says Gloria. I'm so glad to hear that. Hope I'll get more done on the online challenges. Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I know a lot of you participate in the crops. I know some of you are participating in the Project Done, which is fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and get to what we're going to get to today. I'm going to move my coffee out the way. I'm going to take a little swig here, and then gotta have a little bit of coffee, right? Gotta have some coffee. And then we are going to make this this layout. I'm going to make a 12 by 12 layout today. Let's take a swig of coffee. I'm going to make a layout that features a couple of photos. Actually, what I do in preparation for this yearly layout is I take selfies. So I took these selfies yesterday, and these are just of, well, I can't zoom in when I have that on. Okay, so these are just of me. And usually what I'll do is I'll take 1 to 2 pictures of myself. This time I took 3. And I'm going to use 3 of these photos. I'm going to use all these photos on today's projects. These were resized to 3 by 4. Usually when I try to get more than 1 photo on a layout, I'm going to resize my photos and make them a little bit smaller. And I use Photoshop to do this. You can also use, sites like Canva. There's other things outside of Photoshop that you can resize your photos. So just some little fun, silly photos that I took of myself to kind of represent me at this stage in life. Now, I'm also going to be using the Document 365 digital kit from the Cut Shop. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard of the Cut Shop. I hope you have. But my buddy, Ashley Horton, owns the Cut Shop, and she offers digital cut files and digital scrapbooking kits. And so I printed out the pattern papers from the January kit, which this is available. So if you go to the Cut Shop, I did link it down below. I am on her design team. We do 1 project a month. We post it on Instagram. So if you want to see our projects, make sure you follow the Cut Shop on Instagram. So I printed out these digital papers. Now these papers, if you haven't used digital papers, number 1, very easy to print, but also super economical because you can print them over and over and over again and use them a lot. I also, from the kit, printed out, there is a sheet of die cuts, or just embellishments rather, that you can print. And there's many more than what I'm going to show you today, but I only cut and print the ones that I wanted. What I did was I used the cut then print feature on my Cricut, which I hadn't used that feature before. So I will tell you, it was an adventure. Because there was a slight learning curve for me for that particular feature, but I hope to be able to explore that with you later in the year. But I went through and did a print and cut so that the machine, you print the digital cuts or whatever you want, and then the machine will cut it out for you, which is fantastic. So anyway, cut all those out using the print then cut feature on my Cricut. And then I also cut some 3 by 4 pocket cards. There's a pocket card option with this as well. There's more than what I shown here, but I only picked out the ones that I want to use for this particular project. Now I'm going to pair this with my latest Hip Kit Club kit from December. This kit is actually winter themed, but the color stories are very similar to the 365 January kit from the Cut Shop. So I pulled 3 pattern papers from that kit. I'm kind of varying on using this as the background because I just really love navy blue. But I also picked out this stripe pattern paper as well as this yellow pattern paper. So they're going to be used in some way for a background. And then I'm going to use these printed digital papers for maybe layers and things behind my photos. So we'll see what happens when we get there. Gemma says, and you can get even more mileage out of your digital by recoloring them with a little Photoshop wizardry. Absolutely right. You can edit these to make them work for your project. Thank you. That's such a great point. Such a great point. All right. I also have some embellishments here from this December kit. Now, to be honest, this December kit is very much winter themed, and I live in Texas, so it's like inferno hot. And right now we're having a very warm winter, so I'm not feeling the winter vibes, but I am going to pick and choose some elements that will work in general for this particular layout. The 365 layout from the Cut Shop is New Year's theme, so that's the reason why I'm using it. But I'm going to pull some elements from the stickers and that type of thing to kind of pull the layout together. So we'll see how that comes together. And then, by the way, I did post links to all of this down below in the description. Then there are some die cuts. There's some floral die cuts, which I'm going to kind of lean a little bit heavily on for this particular project. And then there's some other little die cuts here that are, again, more winter themed. There's some tags and that type of thing. I might pull it, just kind of depends on where this layout goes today. But there's things like gloves. Like, I'm not going to put gloves on this layout. There's a fireplace. This is not like warm and toasty winter vibes that I'm getting here. There are some frames and things and some other stuff that maybe I'll use, but again, we'll see. But this is a really good example of how you can take something like this, like a really themed kit, and kind of like mix and match and play with other kits and use the materials that you know work for the project that you want to work on. Okay, so now that that's all set and you see what I'm going to be using here, let's go ahead and build out the layout. And guys, guess what? I already have a scrapbook album reserved. My About Me scrapbook album is ready to go. So I'm very proud of myself for having that ready. So then once my layouts are done, I'm going to put the dates on the layout, which is something that I struggle with a lot. And then it goes straight in the album. So then I don't have stacks of layouts that are in my space. So got 2 little containers here. I grabbed these from Target. Anytime Target has little small containers, I'm going to grab them and use them for this purpose. So got that going. I already picked out some little floral elements just to start out with from the Hit Kit Club. And then there's they gave us a little sequin pack. I don't know if I'm going to use this or not, but it's available to me if I want it. I'm going to see where I can go with what I just picked out and leaning heavily on this digital kit. So here we go. Alrighty, I need to set up a background. I'm going to move these papers out of the way for just a second. Let me know in the comment section, in the chat section, are you scrapbooking? Are you working? Are you doing something else right now? What are you doing? And how has your new year been so far? I know we're only like 4 days into 2023. You know, the jury might still be out, right? The year just started. Hey, Carol, what's going on? Hey, Scrappy Steph. Hi. So glad that you're here. So glad that you're here. Oh, I just want to remind you, for those who are new, first of all, welcome to the Victoria Marie YouTube channel. Also, all of the live streams are recorded for replay. So if you got a jet, no worries. You can come back and watch the recorded version. All right, so this pattern paper is from the Hit Kit Club Winter Kit. This is from December, and I believe there's still elements of this kit that are available. Claire says that she's working. I know a lot of you work as you're watching me. Oh, hey, Miss Carrie, how are you? She says, editing photos today, prepping for vacation. Very nice. Very nice. I know some people do vacation after Christmas time or whatnot, or other holidays. There's like 20 plus odd holidays that we celebrate during the winter time. Watching slow start of the new year, trying to get the motivation. Yeah. Sandra says she's working. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, I love these pattern papers, but I'm not sure if I want to use this for the background, so we'll see. We'll see. Hey, Lori, what's going on? I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I want to put probably my photos. How did I do this? I think I want them here kind of like going horizontal. Then I have my pocket cards. This pocket card here is actually, I'm going to add in some journaling. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the journaling using Photoshop. The cool thing about digital elements like this is you can bring them into programs like Photoshop or Canva, and then you use your text tool to add in text on the lines, and then you just print it out. I started this process, but then I kind of got lost in the journaling process. So I'm going to go back and kind of make the journaling a little bit more tight, a little bit more concise, and then I'll print it out. But for today's purposes, I'm going to put this card here, and I'm going to kind of slightly embellish around it so I can easily pull it up when I put the written part of it down. So I think I'm going to put this here. And I don't know if I'm going to use these two or not, but they're printed and they're available to me. So if I want to use it, then that's cool. Then I think I just want to do a bit of layering. Just tucking in some of these elements. Let me see. How did I want that? Where I think they look good. And let's maybe do this shape here. I thought I had this sort of planned out, but we'll see. We'll do this Happy New Year here. So I kind of have this diagonal situation going on. have this chapter, January chapter 1. I thought about using that too, but I think I kind of like this ticket. The cool thing about the digital elements is you can hand cut them if you want. You can use your cutting machines to cut them out. It's all good. And then I think I might want a little embellishment here, perhaps. And then maybe one up here. I'm just kind of preliminarily laying this out. Also, I'm trying to decide if I want to use this dark background. So I think that's a good start. I really like that. Watching and cleaning your scrap area. That's awesome, Barb. Came on late. Who makes their winter packs? This is from the Hip Kit Club, and the link is posted below. Folding endless laundry. You're making it more entertaining though. Well, Patty, I hope that you're able to get through your laundry quickly. The laundry just never ends. It never ends. I really like this dark background, and you know, guys, sometimes I will default a lot sometimes to a lighter background, but you know what? I really, really love this dark background. I think, however, it needs a little bit. I'm trying to decide if I want to ground it a little bit, but maybe not. Maybe I'll just leave it the way that it is. I kind of like this just a little bit. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to use some of the printable pattern papers to kind of back the photos. I want a kind of a real layered composition. So now that I kind of have an idea of where I want things to go, I'm going to move these out the way. Put those back on my tray. This is why I love using these little trays. And they also stack, which is great. And let's bring in some of the pattern papers. I think I want to do a shape and a stripe. Do I want to do a solid, a shape, a stripe, somewhat of a solid, I guess. But not quite, because it does have a pattern on it. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. So I printed these papers on Catherine Puller smooth white cardstock. And using my Canon all-in-one craft printer. It's a large format printer. This is a really, really great option if you are somebody who, that's a little bit crooked, if you want to save a little bit of money on your craft supplies and you want options that you can reuse over and over and over again, digital elements are the way to go. Just trim that out. I used to use a lot more digital products, and then I kind of got away from it. So I'm glad to kind of use these up again. All right, that is somewhat crooked. Let me see if I can switch this up, change this up a little bit. And I knew it was when I put the photo down. Come on, photo, be nice. Be nice. There we go. I'm just going to reposition this just a little bit. Let's see. There we go. Cool. So that photo there. And this photo. I love that. Love the blue. And we're just going to get that there. Okay. It's a little bit of this pattern showing. Another cool thing about digital products is that you can purchase what you want, clearly, what works for you in your project. And you can print out the elements that'll work for your project, and you don't have to worry about the rest, right? Because when we buy things from a store or whatnot, usually you're going to get something in a pack that you're not going to use. Okay, I like that. And so at least with digital things, you can print out what you want, right? Okay, let's see. Just trimming these out. And then of course you can import them into whatever software that you use when you're working with digitals. I have been teaching myself how to use Photoshop over the past year. So a lot of the little tricks and things that I've learned have been really, really super helpful. Really helpful. All right, now the cool thing, well, not cool, but an interesting thing, this pattern, this photo paper that I'm using is kind of thin and the stripes are showing through the photo. Can you see that? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to back this photo with some white cardstock. I'm not seeing the pattern through the other photos, but this one I'm seeing it pretty good. So I'm going to try to lift this as best as I can without doing a total rip job on this thing. There we go. And let's grab some scrap paper from the scrap bin. Just need a little bit here. And I actually don't know what photo paper that is. I usually use Canon, and I don't have that problem most of the time. All right, this doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just going to back this with some white card. Let's trim that out. I guess some photo paper is just thinner than others. All right. That way those stripes don't show through so much. There we go. I usually don't like backing my photos with horizontal stripe pattern paper, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so I've got those good to go. Very nice. Hello, Happy New Year's. Yes, absolutely, Barb. I agree. Okay, so we are going to put these two little silly photos here, and then the one of me in the middle, just a regular photo. And of course, I'm gonna need some foam. Nothing has changed, folks, just because it's 2023, right? I need my foam. We're going to pop these up. I'm just going to put some foam here in the middle of the photos, mainly because when I'm tucking embellishments, I need a little space to do that. Let me know, do you make a New Year's layout to document your hopes and dreams and maybe plans for the new year? Let me know. Do you make a New Year's layout? I like kind of going through and seeing what I was thinking about over the years as I'm putting these together in different years. You know, we all change throughout the year. So it's fun to be able to go through and kind of take inventory. Alrighty. Liking that. I really feel that I need to back this background with something. I feel it needs like another layer. And maybe because I have so much yellow going on, I'm going to pull this polka dot. I think that'll work. Let's see. Let me trim this up. This is from the Hip Kit Club. It's called Winter, and there's a link posted down below. I think it's called Winter Moments with You. Winter Moments with You is what it's called. I'm going to gut the middle of this because I really like this yellow. I just felt that this layout needed a little bit of framing. So this is not an exact science. I'm just kind of gutting this middle section out. And then I can use this piece for something else down the road. And then what we're going to do is trim this up. I'm going to trim this down to 11 by 11. I had this layout partially thought out, but not really. I'm kind of going with the flow here because that's just what seems to be, you know, working for me today. Sometimes it's great not to have it all planned out, just to kind of see where you want to go with it. All right, I'm happy with this decision to use this yellow. I really am. Yeah, I like that. I like it. While you're here, make sure you give this live stream a thumbs up. This lets YouTube know that you are enjoying this content. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure that you do. And click the bell. That way you'll be notified every time I pop on here on the channel. All right, so this paper is cut down to 11 by 11. Then I have my 12 by 12 border. Of course, I get the middle of that. I think that just gives a little bit more of a firmer foundation there. I'm going to bring my photos, and this also makes the yellow kind of relevant to the page as well. So I like that. That looks good. Now, before we commit, let's go ahead and bring in some embellishments. I think I had these somewhat like, maybe I'll do something like that. I'm trying to remember how I had this when I was working on this layout, or kind of figuring out what I wanted to do. I kind of like it, kind of going stair step like that. That's kind of fun. Okay, so journaling is going to go here. I'm going to take this little die cut. This is one of the digitals, and that's going to go here. This die cut is going to go here. So I'm just kind of doing a bunch of layering. Maybe I just did have them like that. And it's okay if it's linear that way. It's all good. I had this little circle cut here. That's a part of the digital. This is a part of the digital pack as well. It's going to say Happy New Year. And then we have our big floral pieces here and here. Something like that. Okay, I'm liking that. And then at this point, now that I've kind of committed to where I want things to go, I can start tacking some stuff down. No New Year's layout for you. Like that foam, where do you get it from? Lori, I get that from scrapbook.com. They have all different sizes of foam. The trimmer is from We Are Memory Keepers. And you can trim and score. And it also has a scoring tool as well. So We Are Memory Keepers is where this trimmer is from. Carla says, I begin the year with a New Year layout of the house and yard weather of the day. Oh, that's fantastic. That's really fun. We had so much snow last night. My hubby couldn't get to work. Guess who's snoring in the living room right now? Oh, no. Poor hubs. Alrighty. So what I want to do is I'm going to move this out the way, and we're going to go ahead and tack this down. The cool thing about working with digitals is that, or in, printables and that type of thing, is that if you mess up, you can just print it again. All right, you can just print it again. I'm just using this as a layering piece. And then we're going to keep our photos kind of linear like this, which works for me because I do need a space for the title. I think that's going to go there. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and commit. Let me bring my little desktop trash bowl over. Yes, no problem, Carol. And let's do that. Boop, boop. Let's move that out the way for just a hot minute. And here. Come on. This one here. There we go. I am committed to making sure that after I finish my layouts that I put a date on my layouts. Maybe that should be my resolution for the year. That photo looks a little bit off. I'm going to see if I can pull it up. Okay. Just a little bit. There we go. Ooh, that was a close call. So I thought that was just stuck. So there we go. I think that works a little bit better. Well, it's going to have to work, so I'm not going to like deal with it. Okay, so there we go. There's that part. And then this is going to be replaced with the card that has the journaling on it, which I will get to at some other point in time. I'm going to get to that later. I actually have the journaling started. I just need to finish it up. We're going to put our circle here. Again, that was a part of the printable. And then this new year is going to go there. But we need to put a little bit of foam since we, I got a little scrap piece sitting right here. Since we propped up those photos. And let's put this here. But I'm not going to tack it all the way down just yet because I have this little die cut from the Hip Kit Club kit. I love coordinating and mixing and matching my embellishments or with all of my different kits, amongst all of my different kits. You get a lot of mileage out of it. It's included in my Christmas journal that documents the whole holiday period until the 6th or when we go back to work. Oh, that's great, Christina. Hey, Stacy, what's going on? Happy New Year. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're here. I think some people include that with their holiday projects, like their December dailies and things of that nature. Kind of like what their hope for the new year is. I know some people, the holiday ends when Epiphany arrives, right? Okay, so now we're going to do this die cut, and I think I'm going to stick that like right here. Yeah, that's going to go there. That's going to go there, I think. Okay, so just challenging myself to use these supplies. Okay, so before I go any further, let me do the title, which is going to be really simply, Let's Go 2023. So I'm going to use the letter stickers that came with the kit, and I want to see if this is going to be substantial enough for the title because the letters are kind of thin. And it seems like it's going to get lost in the, on the page with this dark background. Oh, I love these letters so much. Yeah, I think it's going to get lost, guys. The cool thing about it, this is kind of an ombre color, so it's sort of like a orangey color that leads into a pink. So that's really cool, but I don't know if that effect is going to come off with this dark background. So I'm going to have to switch that up. I thought it might work, but it didn't, and that's okay. We're going to go with something else. We'll go with something else. The sticker sheet includes the small letters as well as stars and some dots, so I might come back to that here in just a second. That's a bummer. Okay, moving on. The other stickers and things that I have are not what I needed to say. I might actually come back to that sticker sheet. Okay, so I definitely want this piece here. It says admit 1, but I'm trying to decide how do I want it. I think I want it like this. And what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to tack this down temporarily. And it will be popped up with some foam, but I'm going to finish the journaling, and you'll see that when I post this on Instagram. The finished card when I add the journaling. I do want that there. And we're just going to do some adhesive here. And how about some foam there, just using up a last little bit of scrap foam. And I'm not going to release the paper from the foam just yet because I want to be able to maneuver these pieces when I put the journaling card that already has the journaling on it. Okay, so while I'm trying to decide what letters I want to use, I have an idea of what I can use, but we'll get back to that here in just a second. I think, let me see, I'm kind of having an idea now. I love this digital paper. What if, Hang tight, folks. Hang tight. What if we used letter dies? Okay. So, I just got this idea. I love this design, and I'm wondering how it would look if I used my letter dies. Now, I have a lot of letter dies. I have some LA Studio ones, some numbers. I got the ton numbers. I love this as well. That might work. Then I've got these by the ton as well. So I think what I want to do is use my dies to create a title, right? Maybe this will inspire us to use our stuff. So I'm going to move this out the way, and we're going to see if this is going to work for us. If you are somebody who often forgets that they have other tools available to them to create things like titles and backgrounds and stuff, this is your cue to make it happen. Let me grab my die cutting machine, hang out for just a second. Okay. All right, I'm going to use my spellbinders. Whee. There we go. Cricut title would be fun too. That's another option, absolutely. Cricut, cutting letters and things from your Cricut, using your stamps, using your dies. Let 2023 be the year that you use your stuff. I'm going to use this digital paper, and we're going to cut out some letters here. All right, using your things. This is also really good for those who may not have a ton of supplies at your disposal. Maybe you don't have a ton of, say, stickers, letter stickers, that type of thing. Or you just want to do something that is more custom to the project that you're working on. I'm going to run this through. I also want to tilt it. When you have a solid die like this, it's best if you tilt it on your platform. That way it will even out the distribution of the pressure and not warp your plates as much. So if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of supplies on hand, but maybe you've got some tools like dies, die cutting machine, a Cricut, that type of thing, get your money's worth and use it to create things for your projects. We sometimes forget, right? All right, so the only bad thing about this die is that it cuts out a bunch of letters. It's like you can't cut out just one singular letter. So now that I have that, I want to see how that looks before I commit to it. Yep, that's going to work. That is going to work. Okay, so that I don't lose my letters. And then these I'll show you what I'll do with these here in just a second. So I'm going to put my little extras. Let's grab another little bowl. So I'm just picking out the ones that I'm going to use for my title. All right. And then I'll save the rest for another project. And I think I have majority of the letters for the other one. We spend so much money on our stuff. We might as well use them. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Reagan. What's going on? Let me know what are some of your favorite products to make titles and things out of. Do you like dies? Do you like thickers? I'm obsessed with thickers. If you've been with me for some time, then you know that I love my thickers. Do you like stamps? Thanks for joining us, Kelly. I appreciate it. How do you like to make your titles? Do you do kind of a combination of both? Sometimes when I need something super specific, I'm going to go to my dies. All right. G O E L. Do do do. Is that an F? Yep, that's an F. Do I have a T somewhere? Nope, that's an F. Usually go to the Cricut or your dies, okay? Die cuts, yeah. Die cuts are really great. All right, let's see here. Do they have a T on here? Well, okay. That one's not going to work, and I'll tell you why. Because it has specific phrases and not the letters of the alphabet. So we're going to switch this up. Hello, Victoria. I wasn't even paying attention. That's okay. That's all right. We're going to move on. I'm going to move on because that's not going to spell out everything that I want, but that's okay. All righty. New die. We're going to go to a different ton die that does have all the letters on it. I did not even recognize that whenever I was cutting this out, but that's okay. I'm going to stick this on here, and hopefully majority of the letters that I need will cut from this die. So the last die, apparently this one spells out phrases, and I did not realize that. I thought this was just like the letters of the alphabet. This spells out phrases like fabulous, or I think this says like, what's this say? Amazing. I didn't even realize that. So don't be a goober like me. It's all right. We're moving on. What is going on? Okay, so these little pieces that I cut, when I have letters left over, I just stick them in the back, and then I can use this for another project. Nuts, right, Deb? I was on a good clip there too. Okay. Plan B. Plan B. Wah, wah, wah. Plan B. Oh, that sucks. No problem. I'm going to use this other die that does have the letters of the alphabet. It happens. It happens, folks, right? The things happen. I love it when stuff like this happens live because sometimes when we film videos, those of us who are content creators, we make it seem so easy and flawless, but really behind the scenes, it's like, you know, it's a hot mess. Okay. Here we go. Let's see if we got everything that we need. I cannot believe that. I feel like such a goober. Okay. We need an E and an O. Oh, vey. Okay. And let's get out the rest of these. Here's a T and a G. Let's go. And I'm just trying to get these out. Let me get my poker tool, my pokey tool. Ay, ay, ay. It is what it is. I could have probably made the other letters work, but there were some letters that I needed that were not included in that die. So it is what it is. I'm not going to like, you know, force it or overthink it. I'm just going to use something that I know will work, and then we're just going to move on. Okay. Something told me to use this particular die first. I'm like, no, I'm going to use the other one. I should have listened to my inner self. I should have listened to myself. I was like, no, use this one. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Whatever. It is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to gather up all these letters here. Let me get these off. Good grief. And then, let's see. Also, kind of reconsidering my title too. Let's go, because I thought let's go 2022, but 2022. No, 2022 is gone. What I'm thinking, what I thought was going to be, let's go 2023. I'm kind of rethinking that now. Maybe I'll do let's go new year, maybe. This particular die has multiple vowels, which is great. So we'll see how this works out. I'm going to go ahead and just punch it out and go from there, because you just never know. All right, we'll get past this part here in just a second, folks. Just bear with me. I want the E and the A. I appreciate that this die has 2 lines of vowels. That just makes life so much easier when you're cutting. Okay, Vicki, you're probably going to need to take this down just to hold it in place. I was seeing I was going to get away with it, but I wasn't. So let's just go ahead and tape it down and not be lazy and just do the thing, Victoria. All right. Thanks, Kelly. Sometimes we're all goobers. That is true, Carol. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm just going to cut out what I need. And we'll see. You know how, like, when you have something in mind and it's not quite going the way you thought it was going to go? I am glad that this happened live, though, because I do like people to see where I goof up, because I think, if anything, it shows that we're all human, right? And it's in this world of content creation, particularly online, sometimes things seem like they're perfect all the time, when really we're all over here in our individual spaces just screwing stuff up. There's messing things up around here. That's okay. You don't see all the craziness that happens behind the scenes, and me blurting out colorful expletives at my supplies and at myself. Okay. So, I think we're back on track here. Let me get these little bits out the way. I'm just going to salvage whatever letters are still good. So we're going to take these letters, and I actually am going to leave, this is an I. I need a little, the little comma thingy that goes in between the T and the S. Of course, I'm not thinking of the right word for that right now, because, you know, I'm a goober. I'm on goober mode right now. I'm going to slip those into my little cup. The cool thing about this digital paper is that I can print it again. Imagine if this was like my only paper. I can print it again if I want, which is great. Okay, so let me bring this over. Is this gonna work? That's gonna work. It's a little bit thinner of a letter, but I'm okay with that. And let's go ahead and put this back on the magnet sheet. Apostrophe. Carol, thank you so much. Apparently, Victoria is having all kinds of brain farts today. It is called apostrophe for those who are like me, are like, yeah, that thing in between the T and the S. What's that called again? Hello, Victoria. I just arrived on this planet. That's why I'm not on YouTube. Too much colorful language while scrapping. I have to catch myself sometimes, because I'm like, wait a minute, this is a professional channel. Let me, like, not say what I think I'm about to say. All right, I'm going to slip these extra letters in here. I can use that for something else, which I have, actually. When I need a quick little letter, I've done that if it goes with my project. Okay, that took a lot longer than what I had planned, folks, so thanks for bearing with me. Feel free to laugh at my expense. We can't take ourselves too seriously, right? We cannot. All right, so now that we've established that that's going to be an apostrophe and not the thing in between the T and the S, we can move on. Like Cooper Mark, yeah. Oh, Melissa said, me too, Deb. I know. It's hard when you're making this online content and you don't want to offend anybody by blurting out an expletive, you know? Because that does happen. I think there's some words that are more innocent than others. Like I've said, damn and hell, every now and then. I did get a remark from a viewer one time who was offended that I said that. And I said, my apologies. I did not mean to offend you. Okay. Now, if I had more time, what I would do if I want to add a little bit more dimension to these letters is I would stack them with, I would cut out more letters from white cardstock, scrap cardstock, and just stack them up so I can have a little bit of thickness. I'm going to go ahead and just adhere them to the layout. Carol says, as I was working on a project and things weren't going, where did it go? And things weren't going well, I exclaimed out loud, why do YouTubers make it look so easy? It's not. It's not, right? It's the beauty of editing, my friend. Oh, feel free to laugh at me. I'm a nut job. What alphabet die set was that? This is from the Ton stamps, and it doesn't have a specific name. A lot of their stamps don't have a specific name, but it's from the Ton. And I imagine that this stamp set is probably still available. So I would look under like metal dies, letters, and see if this is still available, but it's from the Ton. Deb says, I'm having such a good time today. Awesome. Oh, hey, Alice. Okay, so now that we are back on track, let's go ahead and put this title down, and then we will add some more embellishments, and then we'll be done. So I think what I want to do, now I don't know if I'll use the new year, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Because originally it was just going to be let's go. And I think it might just be let's go. Oh, that turned out, that's great. And then I'll make a little apostrophe that's going to go between the S and the T. And I might even make a little exclamation point too out of those remaining letters. So that might happen. I didn't know how much space I would have up here. And I don't think that I want to put anything down here. Oh no. Do I want to split up the title? I've been known to do that. Let's see. What I don't want to have happen is I don't want to not have white space down here for this cluster to breathe. And I think that's what's ending up happening there. So I might use this new year for something else, like in my project life. I think would be great to put those letters there. And then I'm just going to do let's go. So I always say like new year or something like that on this layout. I'm just going to be like, let's go, exclamation point. I think that'll work. And then I'll make an exclamation point out of one of the eyes. Okay. So I think I've got it, guys. I think I got it. Nobody else will understand our scrapbooking dilemmas. Like nobody. People would be like literally seriously looking at me like I'm stupid. Yeah, it needs an exclamation point. Absolutely. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to use some Barely Art liquid glue. Guys, I've had this glue for like 2 years and I'm just now running out. And I use it like crazy. This was just such a great purchase. Okay, come on, little liquid glue. Let's go. Hey, Deb, what's going on? Just popping on her tablet to do a thumbs up. Hey, so glad you're here. All right, let's see. I hope that you were inspired by this project to do, to try out some of the digital and the printables that are out there. The Cut Shop has some wonderful cut files. I don't know if my Barely Art's, am I running out? Wonderful cut files and printables that you can use. You can print them and just hand cut them if you want to. You can do print then cuts on your electronic cutting machines if that's available to you. I'm just going to use this Hero Arts precision glue because my Barely Art, I think I think I may have come to the end of the road with this. So we're just going to stick that in and I'll check that later. Okay. So hopefully this inspires you to check out some of those products. And this is particularly a really good idea if you're trying to save a little bit of money, or if you don't want to buy full collections of things. The digital stuff you can purchase and kind of manipulate them a little bit. And whatever program that you're using, customize them, make them your own, print them out, add them to your scrapbook pages, pair them with some of your physical things that you already have, which is what I'm doing today. And then, of course, you have that available to you anytime you want to use them again, print them and cut them again. Later in the month, I'm going to be using a couple of cut files from the cut shop, and you'll see me do that. Next week's live stream, I'm going to be doing a December daily after party. I was very ambitious with my December daily project plans, and then life just got in the way. Not life. I was enjoying the holiday. How about that? I was enjoying the holiday. And so I have my stories and everything drafted. I just need to actually put the layouts together. So join me next week if you are somebody who is wrapping up your December daily, or maybe just getting started. It doesn't even have to be December daily. It can be any holiday project or any end of the year project you were working on. If you want a little bit of motivation and some co-working, come join me next week, because that's what I'll be doing. I'm going to cut a little bit of this that's going to be the apostrophe. Apparently, I just learned that that's what that's called, the little thing between the S and the T. Victoria forgot that from grade school, apparently. It's going to put a little dot there. I'm going to stick that here. And that'll serve as the apostrophe. Good grief, I'm a nut. So join me next week if you need some project motivation to sort of get your whatever remaining project that you had that you wanted to get done before the end of the year done. Join me for that live stream. We'll do a little bit of co-working motivation there. I don't know how many stories I'm going to work on live. I plan over the next 2 weeks. I'm going to do this twice. So the next 2 live streams, that's what I'm going to be working on. And I'll bring you along for that journey. So at least you'll know you'll have 2 days, 2 days of co-working with me live here on the Victoria Marie YouTube channel. If you want to work on those projects together. Print your photos, write down your stories, pick out your embellishments, wherever you're at. Okay, so I'm going to make a little exclamation point for that here in just a few. And let me see. What do I got here? I got another eye. On out there, eye. And we're just going to do a little fancy maneuvering here. I'm just going to cut a third of that to make the bottom of the exclamation point. That's a lot of work for one title. Good grief. Only scrapbookers, y'all. Only scrapbookers. Oh, she found the alpha die. Awesome. They have updated it so the vowels are separate. Most common consonants and at least use consonants, called Modern Alpha's Cover Plate Dies. Thank you so much for finding that. And it's $23. So Modern Alpha's Cover Plate Dies from the Ton. I'm glad they gave it a name because some of her stamps and dies don't have names. So I appreciate when they do have names so then I can reference them when people ask. Okay. Let's do, oh, come on. Come on. There we go. And little dot of glue there. Let me get my little jewel picker in Studio Katia. Put that there. Okay, that worked out. That worked out, my friends. Wow, that was like a whole thing. Thanks, Kelly. That was like a whole thing. Sometimes, it's a whole thing. And sometimes it's not. So, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to... So this die here, for those of you who are interested, it's called the Modern Alpha's Cover Plate Die from the Ton. And it's $23. And I think if you're going to add a die to your collection, something like this would be well worth it. Well worth the investment. For sure. By the way, the Ton Stamps has a ton, literally, of fantastic products. So make sure you check them out and also follow them on YouTube and Instagram. Beautiful, beautiful projects and great products. Okay, so now that's done, we can go ahead and finish up this layout. So I'm going to come over here. Now that I've used some of the printables here, and of course you guys will see in the final photos the journaling that's added here. I just wanted to have a little bit more time to think that through. It's now time to add in some embellishments. So I think, what do I want to do here? I don't want to use 2023 anymore on the layout because that's already, like, if you didn't know it was 2023, I mean, it's here, here, and here. So I don't think I want to do that anymore. I am interested in these frames, however. I wonder if I can make this work. I kind of like this little frame here as a layering element. But I don't know if I want to use that whole thing there or not. It's like I want to split it up. But maybe it's too late for me to do that. I don't know. Let's see. Nope, that just covers it up. I kind of initially wanted to do something like that, but we're just not going to do that then. We'll save that for a different project. All right, let's bring this back over here. All right. Now I'm trying to decide, do I want to use any of these phrases down here? I like this. Who needs resolutions? Not I. I'm not doing any resolutions this year. I'm just doing my thing. Kind of like the idea of putting it here. Nope. Here, down here. I kind of like that on the photo. But then I have a lot of stuff that's going in a line here. I'll come back to that. And some of these embellishments, again, are winter themed embellishments, so I'm not really going for that. Kind of like this wood veneer. There's stars here, so that's always a good option. Maybe I can put that here. And then this over here. That's probably about all that I can get out of that there. And let's go to this sticker sheet. Bye, Kelly. Have a good one. Maybe bring in some more black and white. It's hard when the main collection that I'm using is not New Year's theme, but we're making it work. We are making it work. I like these scallops here, but I think I might have missed my opportunity for that. Like that would look really cute here. And then coming out that way. Maybe. Nope, that's stuck down. If I pull that up, that's gonna rip. So that's gonna have to stay there. I don't know. I'm kind of having an epiphany here, guys. Maybe I won't use that card because I really like the bounciness of that scallop there. This is me reconfiguring everything in my life right now. I kind of like that. But then if I bring this over, I'm covering up that scallop again. I may have changed the whole thing. I really, really like this. Yeah, I love the scallops too, right? The scallops are really cute. But I'm also thinking, can I do this without it totally being crazy? I'm also thinking, removing that. What if, I'm totally rethinking this whole entire thing now. The scallops are cute there too. And then I'd find another place for the journaling. That's sticking to me. Bear with me. I think I may have stumbled upon something. So I initially thought I was going to use this. What I might do, however, is do some hidden journaling and have something come up from here, or just do some journaling here. We're going to let this hang out. We're going to let that marinate because I'm kind of liking where this is going here. Freeing up a little bit of white space. It's not feeling so trapped. I could, absolutely. This could come back. Yeah, I think so. I think this for sure with the scallops at the bottom. I think the problem was this for sure. Oh, awesome, Susan. Enjoy. Enjoy. Anna, yeah, I think this is the way to go too. I agree. I agree. Look at us all working together. Okay. I agree. Okay, so what I did, it was starting to look a little bit too blocky. So I removed this as a layering piece. I can always reprint this. But I also needed something else with this layout. So I like the scallop. I'm going to go ahead and keep the journaling card. I could make the journaling card a little bit smaller to add a little bit more white space. That might be an option. But I really like the idea of having this journaling card here the way that I had before. Okay. All right, guys. We're just working out all kinds of things here in the new year, aren't we? So that's looking pretty. Loving the yellow. I'm trying to decide if there's anything else that I want. Thanks, Susan. Yeah, I agree. It does look fresher. Enablement is in full effect. You got that right, Melissa. Hey, nothing changes in 2023. I'm going to continue to enable, but I'm also going to encourage you to use your stash too. It looks great along the bottom. I agree, Diane. I agree. This is the thing about creative processes, is that you have to go through this in order to get to where you need it to be, right? You have to go through it in order to get to where you need it to be. Otherwise, you're just going to be frustrated. Work through the process. All right, I'm trying to decide if there's anything else. I see some smaller stars that I might incorporate. Let's go ahead and do that. I didn't have anything else New Year's themed, so this is going to have to, at least embellishments and product and stuff. So this just has to work. I thought there was another star. Here we go. There's another little star. There we are. Okay, everything else is all wintry and whatnot, and that's not kind of what I'm going for. Nope, don't like that there. Like the journaling card back in place. Yeah, same here. I thought, you know, it's going to stay. Is it going to go? It's going to stay. All of these little embellishments here, they're super cute, but they're not going to work. Just the smaller ones. Okay, guys. I think there's nothing else I'm going to add to this other than the journaling. There's lots of beautiful pattern that's going on. The embellishing doesn't need to be overly embellished because there is a lot of pattern and texture and things that are going on in this layout. Once I put the journaling here, it's going to all kind of come together. And I think if I'm going to add anything else on, I might play a little bit with, I don't know where it's at now. I might play a little bit with the sequin. I haven't actually looked at the sequin mix. It looks really cute, but I might add just a couple little things here with the sequin just to add a little something more to it. But I think for the most part, this project, we're going to go ahead and call it done. And then of course I'll swap out this card for the one with the journaling, and then I'll take a picture of it and post it on Instagram. So there we go. Place it on the scalp. You could, but I don't want to take up too much of the white space down here. I could probably put that there. I'll see how that looks. I might try that out, but thanks for that suggestion. I might try that out. I am going to play with resizing this card, maybe bringing it down just a little bit, just to give myself a little bit more breathing room on the layout. But I like how this project came together. I really like it. It's really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to add the journaling to it and finish it out. I'm going to put the date, and then this layout is going to go. I have an album all ready to go. It's a 12 by 12 album. I want to say this is this We Are Memory Keepers? This might be from Michael's. In any event, so this is going to be in my album, All About Me, and I will put the date on it, and it'll go straight into my album because that's what I'm trying to do this year, is put my layouts in my scrapbook albums. And there we go. All complete, ready to go. Well, minus the journaling and the date, and then it'll be complete. So there we go. Cool. Thank you so much for sticking with me as I worked out the title and ultimately the design of this particular project. Sometimes you just have to think things through and walk things through, right? That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Okay, thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's process. Of course, this is recorded, so you can watch it on the replay. Don't forget the 2 reminders I said at the top of the hour. It's now a little bit over the hour. If you're interested in the Victoria Marie Online Virtual Crop Bundle, that link is posted down below. And if you're going to be joining us for my spring cohort of the Project Done 12-week intensive scrapbooking journey online class, that link is also posted down below, where you can get all the information for those things. And then the products that I use today, those links are provided too. All right, guys, Happy New Year. Welcome back. We've got another live stream next week, 2:00 p.m. Central Standard Time, so come join me. We're going to be doing a December daily holiday project after party. I'll be working in my December daily and getting that finished up for 2022. And of course, join me for brand new content that's going to be coming to the Victoria Marie YouTube channel all year long. I will see you next week. Have a great one. Happy New Year, everybody. Bye.